From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. North Korea's leader is vowing full support for Russia in its so-called military operation in Ukraine. Kim Jong-un gave that pledge during today's visit to Pyongyang by President Vladimir Putin.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un expressing his backing of Moscow's special military operation to, in his words, protect Russia's sovereignty, interests, and the stability of the region. As to relations in general, he says the two countries are at their highest level ever, even greater than seen in the days of the Soviet Union. The goal now, says Kim, is to expand their economic and military cooperation, display a united front against Washington. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine is now in its third year. Putin says a new partnership he signed today with North Korea includes a vow of mutual assistance if either nation is attacked. The head of the NATO alliance is set to meet with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau today in Ottawa. Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg is also slated to give a speech at an event hosted by the NATO Association of Canada tonight. Environment Canada says a heat wave continues to bring hot and sticky conditions to much of Ontario and Quebec today. Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal are all forecast to see daytime highs around 35, with the humidity making it feel in the 40s. The weather agency expects the heat to linger into the weekend. Newfoundland, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and PEI are now seeing similar heat and humidex warnings for today and tomorrow. A massive technology conference is underway in Toronto this week, bringing together leaders, entrepreneurs, consumers, and fans. As Canadian Press reporter Tara Deschamps explains from the floor of Collision, artificial intelligence is the big topic this year.
We heard from the co-founder of Cohere, which is one of the big Canadian AI companies, who was talking about the fact that he doesn't think that AI will surpass human capabilities for a while. And he was talking about how he's also skeptical about people who have said that it will create those doomsday sci-fi scenarios.
And anxiety for Edmonton Oilers fans is through the roof as their team faces the prospect of elimination from the Stanley Cup final every night now. Oilers fan Austin Zaplatinsky admits he was shaken after his team's first 3 losses in the series, but he got some confidence back last night after the Oilers got closer to evening out the series with their second win in a row against the Florida Panthers.
I broke down crying. I'm not gonna lie. I broke down crying. I think Oilers can do it. They have the best player in the world, 2 best players in the world, and I know that they can do it. I believe Oilers on top, baby. Oilers on top.
Other fans admit they're so stressed out by this series, they're barely sleeping and they're barely eating. Others say they're stress eating. The Oilers will play Game 6 Friday in Edmonton. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Connor McDavid had 2 goals and 2 assists, facing elimination in the Stanley Cup final as the Edmonton Oilers beat the Panthers 5-3 in Florida to force Game 6 in Edmonton. Head coach Chris Knobloch says his team is used to facing adversity.
We've been counted out a lot through the playoffs, regular season, whatever, but it doesn't faze the group in there. They've got a lot of belief.
Edmonton trailed the series 3-0, but is now just 2 wins from its first cup since 1990. Baseball has lost its oldest living Hall of Famer. Willie Mays, baseball's exuberant and electrifying Say Hey kid, has died at 93. The Giants center fielder was one of the game's greatest and most beloved players. He hit more than 600 home runs, totaled more than 3,000 hits, and was a joy to behold in the outfield. And the Toronto Blue Jays will wrap up their disappointing 3-game series with the Boston Red Sox at Rogers Centre tonight after losing 4-3 last night. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.